This is the true cost of the crisis in NHS dentistry that has been building for over a decade.
Once she gave me the treatment plan, I burst into tears and ended up having a panic attack in the seat because it's just so expensive. It came to a total of £1,065, and that was just a start because she did say that that might not fix the problems.
Patients in extraordinary pain, unable to get treatment unless they can come up with the cash to go private. Lydia's had 3 fillings fall out and has a wisdom tooth growing into her cheek. She lives in Somerset, an area known as a dentistry desert, where getting an NHS appointment is near impossible, and it's pushing people to the edge.
I actually had an overdose of painkillers because the tooth pain was so bad that I just didn't want to be awake anymore. So I didn't really care what happened if I took too many. If I died or just didn't wake up, it didn't bother me.
Far from a one-off, this is becoming commonplace across the country. James is in Bury St Edmunds and has a broken tooth. Unable to afford the £6,000 he was quoted to get it removed privately, he took matters into his own hands.
I just got to the point where I snapped and I took a knife and tried to loosen the tooth. Sadly, I sort of slipped and I've cut the inside of my gums. And then obviously there was loads of blood. If something's not done soon, it's going to happen again because I need help and no one can help me.
Exclusive numbers given to Sky News show that pre-existing pressures on the dentistry industry intensified hugely when the pandemic hit. COVID restrictions saw the number of NHS appointments plummet, with an estimated 43 million lost, including over 13 million for children.
So we could offer you a private appointment. Are you in any pain at all?
At this North London practice, they do still offer new NHS appointments, but they're one of the only places in the area that does.
OK, Michelle, so just a check-up today. Everything OK for you?
Yeah.
Dentist Lenda Cruz warns that years of underfunding has forced many of his colleagues out or into private practice. NHS dentistry is dying, he says, and it's the next generation that will suffer most.
The most common reason why children end up in hospitals is for extractions, for general anaesthetic extractions. So it's horrendous. We're in the 21st century. We're the 5th richest nation in the world, yet we have a system where people are taking their own teeth out. It's Victorian values, and the government has just watched this happening. They've been asleep at the wheel.
Back in Suffolk, a desperate mother who wants to remain anonymous hopes that the situation will improve for her 3 young boys, none of whom have ever seen a dentist.
My eldest did have problems for a little while. He actually got an abscess on one of his teeth and I couldn't get him in anywhere. And obviously he was only 7 at the time. And, you know, for a 7-year-old to feel that pain is awful. You know, he didn't know how to cope with it. I can see why, you know, parents and children, you know, were just desperate to get out of pain and pulling their own teeth out.
She knows firsthand how bad things can get and has shared these pictures with us to show how her teeth have deteriorated over many years. So what's her message to those in power?
Please, I'd beg, you know, I've been waiting, you know, years just to get even registered, to be seen and to be, you know, have a checkup. You know, that's all I'm asking.
The Department of Health says last year it gave an extra £50 million to fund 350,000 extra dental appointments and that they're working with the NHS to reform the system. But for those in pain now, will it be enough? Liz Bates, Sky News.